Alright, I couldn't even tell this was an NBA Cup game because it had no intensity at all, and as I've said before, the East used to be the muddied up conference, but now it's the opposite. This was the prime example of that because it was basically run and gun, and even then, it was still sloppy basketball because neither team could convert at the line, had bad turnovers rushing to get a bucket, or even worse, just missed a lot of easy looks. Most of it came from the Hawks, and that was the main reason for the Knicks being in control of the game in the first half, because the Knicks defense was even worse than theirs, but they just couldn't convert on a lot of their paint touches. They smoked way too many bunnies or floats at the rim, and they even missed a good amount of open looks from deep on their sprays, but at least they were persistent at getting downhill, because it was easy for them to get inside. They were either flashing to open pockets, getting behind the defense, or just beating the Knicks off the dribble, so that first line was constantly broken, and those low rotations were very rare, so that second line was just as non-existent. Most of their drives didn't even require a screen, but when they did get one, it was even easier to get downhill because of Karl being in a drop, and all of their players just ate that space in every SNR, especially Trae. Other than him getting caught in the air for a few turnovers, he was basically getting whatever he wanted, and the Knicks defense finally started catching up to him in the third. Not much changed from the first half, other than the Hawks maybe playing with a little more effort defensively, so that generated some of their pace offensively, but it was still more about them just converting on their easy looks in the paint, and that even started opening up their three ball. If anything, I still thought they missed a few too many, but this quarter was basically a 29-8 run for a 21-point swing to put them up 11, and the entire team got into a rhythm throughout. Once the momentum shifted in their favor, they just carried that over into the fourth, and it was obvious they capitalized on it because it started showing on the O boards. They were already crashing the offensive glass in the first, but it amplified in this quarter because the Knicks had to close out a couple times, or were caught ball watching instead of marking bodies, and the Hawks got to every 50-50 ball. Even though they didn't convert as many as they could have, it was still taking away shots from the Knicks, so that made it hard for them to run it back, and they had to have their bigs higher up on Trae in the SNR, so that started opening up the backside for swings or lobs. But he could do the same thing bringing their guards into the action because he'd get two on the ball off a simple slip, and once again, he continues to be MSG's worst nightmare. Just watch the tape.
Throws it up, alley-oop for Capella. Looked like he was going to pass to the corner.